Gary Gensler says that FTX crypto exchange could be rebooted under new leadership. And then he said, quote, in the same interview, think about how many actors in this space are not complying right now with international sanctions and money laundering laws and are using crypto for nefarious or bad actions. He said that without naming any companies or any individuals, of course. So, yeah, what do you think about his continued, friendship here, I guess, with the entity of FTX, even if Sam Bankman-Fried is, fondling soap in the shower for the rest of his days? What do you think about, well, I don't know the point of that statement even. I don't know if he was trying to say something positive, meaning that like, well, hey, there's still a chance for this exchange or whatever. I don't know. But it's just funny to me that he's even really commenting on FTX really to that level.
Yeah, he's got no business commenting on any of the FTX stuff. I mean, he's one of the people that allowed it to happen in the first place. The backdoor meetings, the unapproved meetings that, when these guys meet with the SEC, they're supposed to be on the calendar and approved by the whole sanctioning committee. He did a lot of this stuff backdoor, behind closed doors, without approval and things like that when he was originally meeting with Sam. So I'm not sure what they've got going on, but you have to wonder when they bring up, the nefarious activities and things like that. When Warren said about how much money was used for illegal purposes for nefarious, whatever it was, she was off by 99%. So it was really only 1% of what she really said was going on. And, they still use cash. They still use cash for all their for all their illegal dealings. It's not crypto because crypto has a trace, right? There's a blockchain.
Yeah.
So it's easily provable that they're just completely wrong on their facts and figures. But when they speak, they hear the general public hears them, and it kind of freaks them out. So I think they want to find a way in, somehow, to create an exchange where they can be the bank. And as for a reboot, I just hope people don't fall for it again. I really do. I mean, it may be another way for them to introduce a CBDC. You think about that too, to where people can actually use it. Now, what they'll allow you to buy with that stuff, who knows? It could be very interesting, but they're going to roll it out at some point. We all know that it's coming. And we just hope that there is absolutely no adoption for it. But, when they provide stimuluses and things like that, using it, because I think that's how they're going to do it this time, is going to say, well, hey, here's another stimulus check because the economy is such shit right now because of what we've done to it. Here's a little help, but it's going to be in the form of a CBDC. And, this is what you can do or where you can use it or whatever it may be. It's just another take on how they're going to implement it. And one of the steps, to get people into the digital kind of markets. We'll see.
Well, you're right. I mean, one thing we have no shortage of in this country are, complete fucking losers. So if there is time to, print more money and hand it out to you very easily with the CBDC, every man and woman will be waiting with bated breath to accept that and spend it on, made to order food or something like that. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, obviously Gary Gensler has, deep affection for FTX and the people behind it, and has been in cahoots with them all along. So yeah, I guess we'll just see how they do it. And I'm with you. I mean, this is a topic that we've kind of talked about continuously, just a thread really. But that idea of like, will people fall for this shit again in the coming bull cycle? Now, FTX is already like that one is so publicized that like using that specific exchange, I'm sure somebody's going to do it, but on a large scale, I don't know that there's a way that, FTX, Celsius, some of the bigger names like that, Three Arrows, can come back with a new name. But the new products like that are, this is their first cycle or whatever, with similar type of behaviors to try to reel people in, I do think people are going to fall for them again. And it's just, you know, I mean, there are so many people out there, we talk about it all the time, that do not understand true crypto. I talk about one of my friends who, it was months and months ago that I talked to him, but we talked a little bit about crypto, and he was just saying that he had some ETH left over from the bull market that is just staked on Coinbase. So people clearly don't really know how to use this stuff. And just like legacy finance, contrary to what Gensler says, I mean, they're going to get scammed within crypto as well, even though it isn't really crypto. So, yeah, what do you make of that? I mean, are we going to get retail people into this market, in the bull market, that actually do their due diligence and don't make the kind of mistakes, or are we just doomed for this to repeat itself, you know, till the end of time?
Doesn't history repeat itself until it doesn't?
Pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, I think you're going to get the degens that fumble in and do whatever when the green candles are coming. You know, maintaining people is probably one of the hardest things to do through the bear market. You know, you saw your first real bear market, and you know, it's hard, right? I mean, mentally, emotionally, everything, it's difficult. So I understand why it washes so many people out, but it does need that correction. The more we can educate people, the more we can show them the products to be in, at least to maintain and make more of it while it's going down, you know, the better we can be. It's just a pure educational thing right now. I just hope they can find the pulse chain ecosystem, and they will stumble their way into Hex eventually. You know, the walls will come down at some point. It's just a matter of, I don't know how long it'll take. You know, a couple cycles though, you know, these scam narratives kind of start to go away. You know, you make two good cycles.
Hex, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, in terms of, well, in Hex and Richard Hart overall, you know, I'm already seeing some of that come down. I think we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but you know, it's starting, but it just it takes time. And honestly, sometimes it does take people to lose their money to get serious. Unfortunately, you know, once they've got a little skin in the game, and they see that everything's negative, they either get out or they educate themselves to make a new start, and to be a little bit smarter about their investments. So.
Yeah, I'm with you. It is unfortunate. We talked about that last week, but yeah, sometimes people just have to get smacked in the face to learn a lesson. And unfortunately, when that happens, a lot of people don't learn the lesson. They just exit, you know, rather than doubling down at the bottom. That's just kind of the curve. You know, it comes down here, they stop, and then it comes back up here, they come back in, it comes back down, and that's just, you know, the cycle. So